Hello, my name is Adriana, and in this video, I will show you how to set up VS Code for debugging with the MoFEM container with Docker. In a previous video, we have gone through setting up the Docker container and running some of the examples. And in this video, we'll be focusing on development and debugging setup. So on the right-hand side, we can go to the instructions for that. The first thing you will want to do is set up your SSH password. But before that, we need to start up our Docker container again. So we'll open Docker. And start up our container. And the containers, find the one which we want, and press on Start. At this point, we'll take a note of the name of our container. If you set it up in optional settings, it's going to be Workshop 2023, or whatever you set it up as. If you left it blank, it's going to be some random letters and numbers. Then the next thing we want to do is set up our SSH password. We'll do so with the following two commands, where the Workshop 2023 is the name of our container. I'll copy this command, open a terminal, and paste the command in. Since the Docker is running, this command will allow us to enter inside of it. And the next thing we want to do is change the password for the user MoFEM. This command allows you to change the password, and then you'll just enter the password twice, and the password has been changed. We can leave this be, close it up, doesn't matter anymore. And we'll move on to start installation. Opening the link to our Docker container. This is the same one as you have here. If you have different numbers, it's going to be slightly different. We will open install from source and run all the cells in it. Go to install from source and run all of the cells. At this point, we can either go over a couple of next steps, but most of some of the steps going forward will involve folders which are created by this notebook. So for now, we'll just leave it running and come back once it's done. Now that everything has finished downloading and installing, we can go back to our instructions. I will only show the process with Visual Studio Code. So if you don't have it, go to the link of the website and grab it for your OS. The next thing you want to do is go to Extensions and grab Remote SSH. So we'll open VS Code. Extension button is here. And we'll start searching for Remote SSH. It is this one. And we install it. After you've done that, on the left-hand side, you should get a Remote Explorer. To this one, we will want to add these lines into our SSH config file. So we can copy them from here. I have already got it there, but for you, you press on this little code, which is hidden, unless you hover over it, which opens an SSH config file. We pick the first one, or the one which says .sh config at the end, and add our lines here. Next thing you will want to do is reload the connections. This is another hidden button. There is another hidden button, which if you hover over, you can reload it. And the workshop 2023 should appear in your list. We'll connect to it with one of these two buttons and input our SSH password. That concludes these steps. Now we'll move on to setting up debugging. We want to open a folder, MoFEM install, MoFEM surface, MoFEM use the modules. We can go there by file, open folder, or click on the left on Explorer and open folder. At this point, we are in MoFEM, and we'll navigate through MoFEM install, MoFEM surface, MoFEM use the modules. Click OK to open the folder. It will ask you for your SSH password again. This is the same folder, which you can find in a similar way through the Jupyter Hub. So if you go here, MoFEM install, MoFEM surface, MoFEM use the modules, here you are. The next step is to go to the extensions in the VS Code and grab C, C++ extension pack and Code Runner. So if you open our VS Code, go to extensions and search for C++ extension pack. Start installing that. And then Runner. And install that too. The third step is to create .vs Code folder and download the launch.json and task.json files and place them into the newly created .vs Code folder. The files look like this. And we can just save the link. Downloads, for example. It is now saving as a second one. We'll rename them later. Move back to our VS Code, Explorer, creating the folder and call it .vs Code. Then we open it. Then drag the files, which we have just downloaded, inside of it. Since I downloaded them multiple times, I added number one next to it, we will want to delete that. Next thing you want to do is to check your hash. If you are downloading this particular version, the hash will be probably the same, but it's still worth to check. The hash you have can be seen here, and we need to change it in both launch and tasks files. They can be found in multiple places. The easiest way would be to search for all of the instances it appears. It's here and there, but it's also in the tasks.json. For me, it's the same. You might want to change yours. At this point, we'll be debugging tutorials like 2 nonlinear elastic. But if you want to debug something else, you can go to your debug folder. Most of the examples are in tutorials. And go, for example, for SCL0. And you can debug approximation instead. This is the debug folder. This is not where we will be placing our breakpoints though. But in this folder, you need to go to find what kind of meshes you'll be debugging, and the whole path should be included in your launcher. To place the breakpoints, we will want to go to the source code instead of the build directory. So we'll go into tutorials, like 2. Nonlinear elastic, and place a breakpoint somewhere inside some of the functions. Next, we will go to the run and debug section of VS Code. And whatever name we put to our launch.json file, which at this point is nonlinear elastic, should appear in your run and debug options. You can have multiple debuggers set up. To run and debug, we just press on start debugging. The launch.json file also calls the task build tutorials, and that task is defined in the tasks file. And what it does is that it recompiles all of tutorials. So in case you are changing something in the nonlinear elastic file, it should update. You can see the progress and the terminal, and your controls are, for example, over here. And then we can take steps to see what's going on. Let's stop it. And if you want to do anything, and see how it works. just save the file again, run and debug. It will recompile this particular folder. And once it stops there again, it should pick up the change. Since it's running through a Docker container on my computer, not on a server, it's compiling solid instead. Stop here again. Let's take a step. And we have now amended code within MoFEM. If you want to have access to the terminal, tap in bash to get into the bash interface. And you can do so from here. You can find out more about debugging with VS Code on the VS Code website. And that concludes the instructions for how to debug MoFEM on the Docker container. Thank you for watching. Have fun.